Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is October the 3rd, 2019. Strong hand. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. We're going to talk about that. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Offended by selling. Unconfiscatable. Conviction. Oh, yeah. You're getting a new show here every day because of the Meister conviction. Tomorrow is This Week in Bitcoin with Bitcoin Tina. Maybe some other guest. Who knows? Whatever I feel like. We'll see if we get another guest on the show. That'll be 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. I don't know, Baltimore time. And yes, I'm in Baltimore until the 15th when I go to Sydney, Australia. Today, we have time for Q&A. So people, if you're in the chat, type in Bitcoin Meister. It will turn a different color. I will see your question. Or you can do a super chat and I'll see your question and I will answer your question. Okay, and remember, if you're watching this taped, play all my videos at 2x, 1.5x, 1.75x. You should never watch this at 1x. You should never watch any show at 1x. Save time. I watch all shows at 2x. Some I have to slow down to 1.75x, but I don't care if the guy's got a British accent or whatever they're talking about. There's just a little tip for you guys to be more efficient in life with your time. So I was at shul this morning, and I'll be at shul in a few hours at 7 a.m. on Friday morning also. So I have to get up soon. But someone was talking to me about Bitcoin there, and it revealed to me about what newbies think about Bitcoin, people on the outside, and it's important to take this into account. A guy was asking me like typical stock type of questions. What is the average yearly return I can expect? And of course, that's I'm not here to tell people that. I mean, that's not what this is about. It's not about flipping it after a year. I tried to say, it's a savings account. So you shouldn't be worried about returns in a year. And he asked me, what is the up and coming Bitcoin? So this reminded me of when I was back in Hong Kong in 2017, and someone asked me about the Litecoin. I heard about there's a Bitcoin called Litecoin. So still there are many people out there, they don't understand that the larger category is cryptocurrency. They just think Bitcoin is cryptocurrency, and then there are these up and coming Bitcoins. And this guy had clearly been to Coinbase before because he said there's a lot of Bitcoins listed at this site, and I want to know which one is the up and coming one. And I tried to explain, well, Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Yeah, I know it sounds boring, but you just got to get Bitcoin as a savings account. He's like, well, there's all these new ones that are coming out. I hear these new Bitcoins, and one has to be up and coming. One's going to do really well, right? And this is the kind of noise. And it's not this guy's. He's heard the noise. He's seen the noise. Coinbase, they spit out the noise there. They've got so many different ones listed there now, apparently. This up and coming cryptocurrency noise. That there's all these up and coming cryptocurrencies. And this will continue. People like this, and I set them on the correct path. I'm like, just get Bitcoin, get $100 worth of it and play around and you'll get a better feel. You don't have to diversify for the sake of diversification. But that so many people, and they're going to go to Coinbase and they're going to see, well, there's so many different ones there. This will fuel altcoins for the foreseeable future, people, this mindset. And we're in a little bubble where many of us aren't tempted by the altcoins, by the up and coming altcoins, up and coming. It's such a, So that noise, that up and coming altcoin noise, for those of you that say the altcoins are going to disappear, they're not. Talk to some people on the street that don't know much about Bitcoin, but have sort of heard of it, and talk to them about altcoins. You will see they will be interested. They'll give you the $8,000 too expensive. It's too expensive. I want a cheaper Bitcoin. I want to, they'll fall. And this is the whole evolution of when people get into cryptocurrency. And so many people that get into cryptocurrency, they don't evolve at all. They're asking me about Cardano and ridiculous things like that. But that's the way of the 80%ers. And this is where the big boys play. So you can take the time to learn that there really are no up and coming altcoins, that Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Or you can just play with fire and gamble. And there are a lot of people who enjoy gambling. I mean, I've been to Vegas before. I've talked about that. They're smoking, they're gambling, they're purchasing ladies of the night. They're doing all sorts of unhealthy things. That's, hey, it's the free world, but you'll pay the price in the long run if you do the unhealthy, unintelligent things. All right, what do we have here? Someone says, answer Cardano. Yeah, dude, you've been asking me. You did type in Bitcoin Meister this time, and so you want to know about Cardano. Yeah, I don't know why you want to know Cardano after watching my last 3 shows and hearing what I just said, that like Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. I'm only in the Bitcoin. The other things are a waste of time. So what am I going to say about Cardano, do you think? What do you think? It's a waste of time. It's why? Just get Bitcoin. All right. It's an altcoin flavor of the month. It was a past altcoin flavor of the month. They come and go, dude. There was Cardano. It was IOTA. Who knows what's next? I can't remember all the ones in the past. Neo. I mean, these are just things that various people hype up because they got bags of it, and you fall for it. And you buy it. And in the long run, you would have just been better buying that Bitcoin, collecting your crypto dividends by holding the Bitcoin. Someone gave a shout out to the ladies of the night in the chat. Thank you, SFS Mora, for the shout out to the ladies of the night. By the way, for those of you who travel to Baltimore, and sometimes you see those ladies of the night walking on Calvert Street. Oh no, those are not ladies. You should know better. You should know better. It's just like you people, you know that Cardano is not Bitcoin. You know it's not the real thing, but you hope and you pray and you try to pretend it is. Just like the 6'2" African-American ladies on Calvert Street being ladies of the night. You pretend. You think they've got to be ladies. They've got to be the real thing. And then you look down there and you see something that's definitely not the real thing, baby. Pound that like button, but don't let those ladies pound you on Calvert Street. But hey, there are some people who prefer that type of thing, who want to gamble with their futures on the ladies of Calvert Street. Okay, we really got off on a tangent there. I gave you a little bit of a Baltimore flavor. Oh man, there are some ridiculous things in Baltimore. Okay, moving on. What do we have here? Oh, that I just went to my show you my shirt again. All right. This week in Bitcoin tomorrow. Where are my notes? All right. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Tesla. Now, but that 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Tesla thing, we're going to get into that right now. There's a poll out there. Would you rather have $1 million or 1 Bitcoin? Current price, it's like around $8,200, $8,100. Plot twist. You can't touch either for 20 years. So this is a poll. You can vote in it. And 70%, and again, this is not a scientific poll. 70% said they would rather have 1 Bitcoin than $1 million. Now, again, this question really boils down to, in the year 2040, do you think 1 Bitcoin will be worth more than $1 million? And clearly, 70% of people say yes. And so I had to think about this. I thought, what am I going to vote here? Would I rather, again, you would be given the Bitcoin or the $1 million right now, but you couldn't do anything until 2040 with it. So you got to make the decision. Is it going to be worth more than $1 million? And what are you going to gamble on there? What's the risk? And I thought to in the current, you see, I'm in a different situation than a lot of people, of course. So I would want that Bitcoin. I would go for the Bitcoin. I would go for the Bitcoin. So is that me saying that in 2040? That's me saying in 2040, I think there's a chance a Bitcoin will be worth $1 million. I mean, that was my natural instinct to say I'd rather have a Bitcoin than $1 million. By then, what will $1 million even be able to get you? We shall see. It probably will be able to get you a lot still. Then dollar will still be king of the fiat, but who knows? Who knows there, people? So 70% of the people voted in that poll said they would rather have one Bitcoin. Again, I think it's a biased poll. You ask most Americans, they would say, "Oh, give me the $1 million. I'll collect it in 2040." But this is just a straight up give you $1 million or one Bitcoin now. You can't use it till 2040. Don't try to do complications where you sell the rights to the Bitcoin or you sell the rights to the $1 million in the future. No, it's just that simple of a question. But interesting question, very interesting. Made me think there, and made me because I don't like to make price predictions, and that's not a price prediction, but clearly deep down inside, I think there is a shot. There definitely is a shot. That's unbelievable. I'm just thinking about it now. I'm still thinking about it. It's just so, when you've been in this thing for so long and you've paid like $200 and some for some of the Bitcoin that I have. And to think in that year, when my nieces and my nephews will be definitely grown-ups. Well, for that to happen, I mean, what a lifestyle I'll be living by then if that really happens. So maybe it's wishful thinking on my part too. All right, let me see. Oh, were there other questions in the chat here? We got more to talk about though. Look at this. Here, yeah. Was there ever a flavor of the month that almost mattered? No, they not any of the flavors of the month. They were totally hyped. Now, when Bcash was the flavor of the month once, I would say in August of 2017, Bcash was the flavor of the month, and it mattered for people who got it for free. That's the only time a crypto dividend has been the flavor of the month, way back then. And so I guess the correct answer is yeah. That was the time one mattered because Bitcoin holders were getting it for free. Now, it wasn't better than Bitcoin. It was just all these doomers and well, I wouldn't say doomers, but they were doomers in terms of what they thought would happen to Bitcoin. All these gullible people piled into Bcash and allowed Bitcoin holders to trade this altcoin flavor of the month for like 0.3 Bitcoin. It got up to 0.4 in November. My wow, what a gift that was. What a gift that was. So yeah, when Bcash was the flavor of the month, so God willing, there's in the future we have another crypto dividend that's a flavor of the month. That will matter. That will matter to the holders if for some reason, because I always say here, why buy anything that you get for free? But back then, in August of 2017 and November of 2017, people were buying something that we all got for free. It baffles the mind. So, I mean, that might have been the most ludicrous. On one level, it was the most ludicrous altcoin flavor of the month ever, because people were buying something they just could have got for free. They were hyping something that they got for free. Oh well. 80%ers are going to do what they're going to do, and 20%ers, the hardcore Bitcoin holders that did not panic, they did real well for themselves. Pound that like button. Oh, sweet memories, sweet crypto dividend memories 2017. What a time it was to be in Bitcoin. But it's always a great time to be in Bitcoin. Always a great time. It's still early. When you have people at synagogue asking you about what's the next whatever he asked me about, he called cryptocurrencies Bitcoin. The up and coming Bitcoin. What's the up and coming Bitcoin? All right, halving hype here. Let's talk about the halving. Anders, who's been on the show before, who's your Bitcoin hyper Bitcoinization maximalist. To the people believing the halving in 7 months is priced in. No, it's not. Markets are not perfect because people aren't perfect. And he went on to say how a lot of people don't understand certain inflationary aspects of Bitcoin. And again, he got into a little bit of a complicated reason. And I'm not going to even get into that, of why people aren't perfect in the space. But there was a response in the thread that really sums it up nicely. Here's a guy that said, his name is Frosty Bitcoins. He said, I didn't know what a halving was until almost a year after I bought my first coin. Most people who buy only dive down the rabbit hole as a result of making sick gains. There are a lot of people in this market who have no concept of the importance of the halving. I agree, but also since I've lived through one halving already, as we get closer, there will be halving hype. December, January, February, they will start to learn. Articles will be written. People will start to FOMO. All right? So it will start to get priced in. But we're not there yet. We are not there yet, but it does happen. You just have to be patient, and you have to ask people who've been in this since before the previous halving how it all works. And if you were around then, use your long-term memory and think about what happened last time, how it got priced in eventually. But in 2015, in this equivalent month in 2015, no one was talking about the halving. People were worried because it had gone up to 400 and then was going back down to 300. Sounds familiar. Like it went up to 12,000, it's going back down to 8,000. It's as if this is all cyclical, but yet people still panic when they see prices go down after returning from the depths of despair. Again, in February of this year, we would be doing the horror, dancing around in a circle if we heard it was going to be $8,000 in a few months. But people have short-term memories. They are like, oh, I'm so sad. Bitcoin's only $8,000. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. All right. We got a lot of interesting comments in the chat. No one typed in Bitcoin Meister, so I'm not reading so that nonsense. Pound that like button, though. So conclusion, it's early. You guys have insider information about this halving, that they're altcoin flavors of the month, that Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. This is your home for Bitcoin insider information. So keep a level head, stay happy, keep reading, keep watching shows at 1.75x or 2x. Don't FOMO on altcoins, definitely. Friends don't let friends FOMO on altcoins. All right. And finally, 123 No Scope said 2032 multi-trillion market cap. God willing, dude. Again, we're not at the Tapiero line yet. We're not even at the $1 trillion market cap. So let's take it one step at a time. How and what year did you get into Bitcoin? I bought my first Bitcoin in 2013, my first 2 Bitcoin in 2013 in November. So it's almost 6 years now. And I heard about it on some doom and gloom sites. I'm not even going to say one of the places specifically I can remember in 2012, the Shemitah guy, of all people. I remember specifically him talking about it in 2012, but I'm pretty sure I heard about it in 2011 also. All right. And so I waited. I wasn't going to send a money order to Japan to Mount Gox or whatever people were doing back then. I waited till you could get it at Coinbase in November of 2030. And yeah, I was into it right away. It was a lot of fun. I was talking about it with my friends. I just stumbled upon an email I sent to a sibling of mine about it around that time. I have emails from 2013 with me talking about Bitcoin in it. It is awesome to look back on that and just to see, and that is really a short period of time when you think of it on a certain scale, just to see how much has changed and how much it has changed my life for the better. So, that other question that you asked there, I'm not going to read that question out loud. But you should go to some shows of mine in August of 2017, and you'll get a answer to that. And my Trezor, maybe you asked me the name of my Trezor. How about that? The name of my Trezor is Ted DiBiase. I'll leave it at that. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like my video, share this video. Check out the links below. Pound that like button. Bang that bell button. And of course, bookmark this channel because I do a new show here every day. That's all you need to do. You check it out, you bookmark it, you come here, you'll get a new show. But tomorrow is This Week in Bitcoin with Bitcoin Tina. I know a lot of you guys love his style. He's an awesome dude. And that is the end of the show. And I'm trying to find the button. I'll say hi to you guys in the chat. I'm pushing end stream. There's a piggy bank. All right. See ya.